This is the story of a very special family, the Baileys, and a precious little girl named Jessica. After many surgeries for a terrible disease that affected her heart and brain, Jessica died in 2010. She was only 7 years old. In addition to her parents, Wendy and Ray, Jessica left her two sisters, Destiny and Timber, who were then 12 and 6. Their grief was unimaginable. Wendy was worried about her girls and, on the advice of their pediatrician, sought help from the North Star program. North Star is the Hospice of St. Francis program that provides support for grieving children. Wendy and Destiny, now 18, share their thoughts about North Star.
We were going to North Star from, I want to say we started a few weeks after Jessica died. I can't give an exact date because I don't remember. 2012, right up until now. I mean, right now Timber's involved with stuff with school, so we do miss some group nights, but North Star's there for us. And just what my girls, I mean, I'm proud of how they've turned out, and it's sad to say a trauma. It's turned into a career choice for my oldest daughter, which she can explain all that. But North Star, they're family. I mean, I have no other words. I mean, without them, I don't know where I would be, where my children would be right now. If Destiny would take this path that she's on, Timber's making straight A's. I couldn't be any prouder of her, both my girls, but Timber I'm really proud of because Timber was the one that, she was very quiet after her sister died because her and Jessica did so much together, and I worried about her because she wouldn't share, she wouldn't talk, and as a mom, you want to push. You just push. It's like, what's wrong, but you don't want to put words in their mouths. And North Star taught the parents part, you know, they grieve through their play. And you'd start, I mean, Timber, and it's not like an adult coming up on to talk about it. They'll just, out of the blue, they'll ask you a question. You know, it's like Timber would ask me, did Jessica feel anything? And I was like, no, she didn't. Okay, and then off she goes and plays with her little bounce and smile, and that's all she needed. And so, I mean, North Star has really helped the family. I said, we have a bond. And I'm going to let Destiny explain her experience because she's here.
I initially did not want to go to the teen group at all, but looking back on that, I really think it was just because I didn't want to deal with it, and I just wanted to ignore it, move on, and get on with life. I did not want to cope with my grief. I didn't even think I was grieving. I just wanted things to go back to normal. So I thought that going to group would be terrible because I'd have to deal with those emotions that I didn't want to deal with. But I remember going that night and everyone was so welcoming. I didn't feel awkward. I was also a little scared to be with older teens because I thought, well, you know, I'm 12. They may not, you know, want to talk to me. They may think, oh, she's too young. But it wasn't like that at all. Everyone was very welcoming. And I just felt so much relief going in there because there's other people in there who were dealing with grief. And I didn't feel so alone, and it felt normal, which I really needed to feel at that time because I was trying to run away from it for so long. And I loved it so much. I kept going, and I got the opportunity to volunteer there with the younger groups, the littles group, and I loved that even more. I think that kind of helped me grieve, just learning how other kids grieve and how younger kids grieve, knowing how to help my sister when she's grieving and knowing what was okay. It was just a big learning experience, and that helped me a lot. And I remember going through my first year of volunteering there, and I was nervous that night. I was pretty nervous, but the kids were great, and that's when I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to keep doing this in the future. And that's when I started to explore career paths, and I realized, you know, everyone running North Star, they're social workers, and I looked into social work. So now I'm going to UCF for social work, and I'm so excited. I believe this is the perfect career choice for me after everything I've been through, and knowing that me and my own grief and with the other kids' grief, you know, we had that connection that I think really helped. because they could relate to me, and in a way I could relate to them because I've been there, and it was just, that bond I had was just amazing, and I can't wait to continue exploring bonds like that in the future with my career path.
Thank you, Wendy, Ray, Destiny, and Timber, for opening your hearts and your home to share your memories of Jessica. Thank you for telling us about the care and support that North Star gives to grieving children and their families. Your willingness to share your story of how North Star has helped your family heal has the potential to help hundreds of other children who are hurting from the loss of a loved one. Hospice of St. Francis thanks you from the bottom of our hearts for helping us fulfill our mission. Uplifting lives, uplifting each other, uplifting our community.